What's up? I'm Lotus the Witch, or how my friends call me, Lotus the Witch, a certified nerd at heart and a monster lover. And as both of those things, I'll be speaking about one of many mangas who's kind of underrated, ROSARIO+VAMPIRE. A lot of people might not know about this one because it's like really old and forgotten, but also big spoilers. I'm going to talk about the whole first arc story, and I'm going to see if is it really that good or is it really that bad. And I'm going to yap about my favorite character, who's also the most hated one. And I'm going to talk about my opinion on them and why I think they shouldn't be that hated. My opinion, again, boys. Okay, starting with season 1. Season 1, we're introduced to Sukune Ono, who's the main character. And you'll never guess, this manga is about monsters, you'll never guess what kind of monster he is. He's none. He's a pure human, a normal one, 16-year-old, I think. He doesn't know shit. He just entered the yokai school because he's that normal. And with being a human, let's say the yokai academy hates humans, like in a racist way, the most racist way you can think of. But there's a but. They're learning to be with humans, and you're going to say, "Oh, Lotus, how can they be racist when they're living with humans and trying to live with humans?" I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But I guess not all monsters are like that bad. So yeah, Tsukane starts going to that school, and in his first day, he encounters his first love interest, Mocha Akashiya. And yes, I said first, because there's more than one. This is a harem. The worst trope, kind of, for me, in my opinion. It's one of the worst kinds. But Mocha's pretty alright. She's the female lead, per se, as Sukune is the male lead, principal. And as they meet, Mocha runs into Tsukune with a bicycle, and they have the most awkward moment where Tsukune is like touching her. Yikes, we start great. And you know, she's a vampire, she's powerful, she has 2 personalities, and she carries all the Rosario with her. And that's why she has like also 2 personalities. In yada yada. You know, from here on now, all the moments with the girls will be uncomfortable to watch unless you're like a creep. In the first half of the anime, it's going to be just mostly comedy, not really getting that deep into the story. Fan service comedy, not really something much interesting than that. This manga has 2 seasons, season 1 and season 2, and I'm going to talk about the first one because I don't have the time to talk about both. But maybe in a later video I could. So, the main plot of the season, it's actually divided in 2 villains. The first one being villains being the Public Safety Committee, who are led by Kuyo, who's a yokai that he's really racist. He's corrupt, he's racist, he's a bad person in general, he's the villain. What else do you want me to say? And he's my favorite. In the first chapters, the main villains are the Public Safety Committee, who are really sadistic police force. Just very corrupt and bad. Real bad. Their leader Kuyo, my favorite, thinks he's way better than anyone, in a racist way with both human and yokais. So, meanwhile, our main character he's in the newspaper club. He meets other girls. I'm probably just going to put them up here with their names. And they all just get in the newspaper club. They get along with Guinea. They have their own drama where Guinea is like a really perfect guy. He's the worst. And then they decided to like blackfire the committee, because they're really smart. And even if, because it said that Kuyo like probably beat the shit out of the first newspaper club, and Guinea did not learn a thing or two about that, so he takes photos and tries to do newspaper, to blackmail and expose the Public Safety Committee. Mostly, and mind you, no one knows Sukune is human except Mocha, because she drinks his blood like every day. And it just backfires, because like they say Tsukune is a human. They try killing him. They try to kill off Tsukune, like they take him to a dungeon and try to set him on fire by killing him. But Mocha intervenes, gives him his blood because he was like about to die. He beats the shit out of Kuyo. His pride is hurt and he cries. He doesn't cry, but we all know he did. And that's where the first chapters and where the main first villain ends. And then on the second villain, it's where things get more interesting. And going deeper in the story without that much fan service. In here, Tsukune, thanks to Mocha's blood, like he gets also like a chain to restrain his power. Mind you, and Mocha saved his ass like more than 10 times in this story. Tsukune was like, he didn't do shit. And most of the things go normal until, oh no, Antithesis, which is like a group created by hybrid monsters, because there's like a thing where if a monster from one species and the other one from another make a kid, the kid turns out messed up. And it's a group about those kind of people, and they can shape their muscles into weapons, something like that. And guess what? They also hate humans. In here, it's not revealed who's the boss of that group, but later in the chapters, we see that Hokuto, was like a friend of Tsukune's, because they like bonded over trying to make the world better. And Kiriya is just like, he's just crazy. He's just there to like make chaos, and he's like a child. He's just like a child. He gets bored easily, so he's just there for the fancies. But Hokuto had like a real plan behind all that, and it's like try to, I don't know, I never understand. And Hokuto just like wants to destroy both humans and monsters just to like start again from zero. Tsukune doesn't like that shit. He hates it, and he's like, I thought we were friends. And in the end, it's kind of disappointing, because like Hokuto gets to leave because they had like a battle between Moka, Hokuto, and Tsukune, and it's a good fight. I like the drawings, but Hokuto gets to like, in the last moment, he says, oh man, you're right, Tsukune. And that's it. He happily ever after. Not happily ever after, because there's like season 2, but you know. Now for the real question. Is it really that good? Not really. Would I recommend it? Of course I would. It's one of my favorite mangas. Even if it's not that great, I've read it myself, and I know this video doesn't make it like a lot of justice, because I'm basically saying things on my mind and what I remember. But the first season, it's meh. I enjoyed. You really get to sympathize with some of the characters, and the story gets better by the end, but not really that better until season 2. So you have to get into season 2, you have like to go first for the first season to understand what happened. So I will recommend it mostly because of season 2, but season 1 was like, it has Kuyo. I like Kuyo. I think people gave him more hate than he actually deserves, because he's like, yeah, he's a bad person, but they're like, at least he did the bare minimum. He didn't touch a woman without his consent, only to beat her up. But what about Guinea? He touches women because it's fun, because he likes women and he likes touching them. So yeah, I think Kuya deserves more. And the story, it's kind of good. It's better than the anime, because I don't want to talk about the anime. It's just gross. It's fan service. I only watched the anime because of Kuyo too, but they also made him ugly. Like, do you see season 2's Kuyo? Tell me he's handsome. Tell me. Go on. Them. He's. Anyways. With that, I only have to say, I hope you had a great time. And I love Kuyo so much. I self-ship myself with him. Please don't sue me. Don't be like Reddit people and say that I'm messed up in my head. I know I love him. Anyways, see ya.